Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, as per request, I am going to be doing a how I edit my videos sort of video and showing you guys how I make my thumbnails, how I make my YouTube banners, and how I edit, plus just a few extra tips at the end. And in the description box, I will have all of the timestamps, so if you want to skip to certain parts of the video, they'll all be down there. So we're gonna go over like the supplies and camera and stuff I use, how I make my thumbnails and banners, how I transfer my clips, like what I use to edit, and then how I edit, plus at the end I might include some extra tips if I can think of any. But anyways, let's get into it. First thing is my supplies. So first of all, I have tripods. I have 3 tripods. I have this one, which I use for my phone. There's also a little part you can put on here for your camera. You basically just detach this and then you like stick your camera on here. But I use this one for my phone. This was my first tripod I ever used. So if you've been here since like the beginning, you will have seen this. This is my tripod I use for my camera, my like handheld tripod. Then my camera is currently on my standing tripod. This one, that is my standing one, is an Amazon Basics tripod. I don't know what this one is. It just like came with my Canon, so I'm assuming it's like a Canon one. And then the camera that I use is the Canon PowerShot G7X. I unboxed this in a video, so if you guys would like to see that video, I will link it below. And then I also just have like cases for it to protect it because cameras are expensive. Obviously, you can use a phone to film for YouTube videos. That's what I started on, was my phone, and it worked fine. I just thought, since my YouTube channel is growing, it would be better to have a camera, and I was very lucky to receive one for Christmas. So I just have this, which I take with me when I get shots at like the store or other places. And I also have a silicone like cover thing for it to keep it clean. I also have a pink case I store it in when I'm not using it, because I obviously don't just want to set it out here. And of course I have a bin to just put all my stuff in. I have like cleaning supplies for my camera. That's not focusing, but it's cleaning supplies. You also want to make sure you have multiple battery packs. This is my second one. My first one is in my camera right now, obviously, but it is almost dead, so this will come in handy. Then obviously you need a charger. Let's get into part 2 of this video, which is making my thumbnails and banners. Okay, so the app that I use to edit my thumbnails, whatever, is a mixture of PicsArt and Fonto. Okay, so let's say we're gonna make my most recent thumbnail. For this specific type of thumbnail, I'm just doing a side-by-side. So you're gonna wanna get rid of the border because it just looks more clean like that. This is just how I make mine. And then you're gonna wanna select the 16:19 ratio for any thumbnail you take, because it'll fit on like the thumbnail. Like that's the size you need it to be. And then you can obviously just change your layout, but this is how I want mine. And then you can add your stickers first, which I tend to do if I am making something like this. So I tend to always use these stars. So then I just place them around. I normally use like 4. So then you're just gonna go like this. You can look around for like any fun stickers you want, but these are just the ones I always use. And you can use this little eraser tool to like get rid of any if there's like some that overlap or that are like on your face. And once you're done with this, we're just gonna hit this little arrow button and it's going to save to your photos. And then we're gonna head over to Fonto, and we're going to click the little camera, press photo albums, and pick your little photo. And you can add any like tints you want. I tend to add the chrome tint to mine. Now you're gonna start adding your words, like your title, and you can add like little blurbs of like what the video is about, any like cute decorative parts like I tend to do. This one is a get ready with me, so we're just gonna add that. I don't know, we'll add it like here. Add a little curve to it. And honestly, learning your style of your thumbnails obviously is gonna be different for everyone, and it takes some time to like decide how you like to do your thumbnails. I know it took me a while. My style for thumbnails has changed. So right now I've really been liking doing like white and then this kind of like blurred. Oh, hold on, my camera's about to die. Okay, we're back. For some reason this one also isn't very charged, so we'll see how long this lasts. But anyways, back to the thumbnail. So recently I've been liking doing this like blurred shadow, and then I just do this like corally color. Obviously you can do whatever you want. If you go to these 3 little lines, you can add an item or insert an image. In this instance, I'm adding a little arrow. So I am just going to click this, and you can change its size, width, whatever. Oh my gosh, my camera's about to die again. We're going to tilt this and then change the size. And that's how I make my little get ready with me ones. And you can add whatever you want, but this is just the basic gist of how I make my thumbnails. And you can see that I have a bunch of different projects. If you save them, you'll just see like all of your different thumbnails. But now we're gonna move on to how I make my banners. Okay, so I'm back. It's a couple hours later. Both my camera batteries died, but it's fine. We got them charged. This is just a way I learned how to make my YouTube banners when I first started out. And we're gonna be on Fonto yet again. And I just have this little template. You can just look up like a YouTube banner template. My mom's blending something. Press add item, and then you're gonna select a square. It can be whatever color you want it to be, and you're just gonna make the width as long as it can go and then place it here. So you're gonna take 2 of these squares, place them at the top and bottom so they like align with those lines, and then you're gonna take another one, but obviously a different color, preferably one that's like light, and you just want to make it fit in there again. Make it as long as you can, and then you're gonna add your text, and you can pick whatever font you want and just add your name. Obviously mine is Bella Rose, so we're just gonna add that in, and of course change the color. So this one, I guess we'll just do, we can do like gray, we can do a little stroke, something like that. Just something basic. You can add your socials under it. You could change these little color blocks here to be, you could make them pictures or collages. On my current banner, it's just like a collage. I don't even think I have a center color. You could also just add a little tiny square right behind the name. Of course, change the color of it. But really, it's super customizable, but this is just how you do it, and then you're gonna wanna save it to your photos, make sure it looks normal. But that is how I make my banners, and now moving on to how I edit. So I'm going to transfer all of these clips over there to my iPad. So basically how I edit is I take all of my clips here from my camera and I import them to my phone. And I'm just gonna put a little picture of like the icon of the app. It's the Canon photo like transfer app, Canon Camera Connect. You can just get it on the App Store. You could transfer your photos directly from like your phone to your iPad or laptop, whatever. How I do it is I transfer my pictures from my camera to my phone, and then I put them into a joint photo album on like the photo app, and it goes from my phone to my iPad, and then I save them on my iPad. I hope that made sense. I will show you guys all how I edit, different transitions I use, things like that, and how I make my little intro and outro in a second once I transfer all my clips in 3, 2, 1. Okay guys, so it is the next day now. I'm here with my iPad now, so I'm gonna show you guys how I actually edit my videos. Anyways, we're here in my shared album. I have already saved them and transferred them onto my iPad. So we're gonna go over to CapCut, which is what I use to edit. We're gonna start out with transitions. So the first transition I do looks like this. So I just click on the little transition part right here, and I go over to basic, and then I click left, which is this one with the little blue outline. And you can make it as long as you want. I normally go for 3 seconds. And then we head over to audio, effects, and then there's a bunch of different effects. I have different ones saved. I have the whoosh effect saved, camera shutter, mouse single click to, the mouse click and whoosh are the ones I use the most. And for this particular transition, I would pick whoosh, and then I'd put it here, and that's what makes a little whoosh sound, and then it goes like this. And then the sort of easier one, let me find an example. We can just add one in right here. So between clips, it doesn't really, like, I really switch between my transitions. I don't have specific times I use either one. But if we want to do the little click where there's like the white click with the mouse, I'll do an example right now. But if I were to do something like that, I would just press this little plus here, and then we'd go to stock videos. We'd click just the white one, the black one, whatever. Any color you want, but these are just the ones that are given. I would do white, and then I cut it down to about 0.3 seconds. And then you're going to go in front of it just a bit, go to audio, effects, and then the mouse click, and then drag it to wherever it needs to be, and then play it. I mentioned, and it looks like that. Sometimes I also just add the mouse click in between a transition like that, and without the white, but I feel like it looks more clean like that. Those are really the only transitions I use. For audio, I use Thematic. So Thematic is free. You can pay for it and you'll have access to a lot more songs. But basically it's a copyright-free website. I have it just, you know, I use it here. You can link your YouTube channel to it and it'll show like how many subscribers you have. But right now I'm just on my list of songs that I have saved, and it gives you a YouTube link you need to link in your description box so that you don't get copyrighted. And these are just some of the songs that I use. During like summer and fall, I've used Lights of Autumn and Flat Tire a lot. But if you use this app, they also have built-in music. So if you press sounds, then you can just pick from all of these. I have a few saved. Just like all these ones, the ones with the yellow stars, I used to use a lot before I discovered how to use Thematic on my iPad. But basically how that music works is it's kind of hit or miss. Some things are gonna be copyrighted, some things aren't. I recommend using Thematic because you really have no risk of being copyrighted unless you do not link in the music. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. And then you just want to add your clips in and edit down places where you take breaths. So for example, right now, if I went like and did something like that, I would edit out that breath so it looked more clean. And you don't want to make your videos, sorry, the desk is like shaking, I keep kicking it. You don't want to make your videos super choppy, so it's like constantly cutting between things you're saying, if you know what I mean. But you don't want to have big gaps of like spaces, even if it's just a few like 0.3 seconds. It just sounds a lot more clean if you edit out those breaths you take, or if you say a lot, because I tend to do that. I always cut out when I say you know, trying to think of what I'm saying. And I also do a lot of the times where you'll see me zoom into something. So like right here, all you have to do is split and split again, however long you want to make it, and then you'll click on that one, and then you can zoom in like this to whatever it is you want to look at, or you can zoom out and just like center it or corner, wherever you want it, and it looks like this. And that's how you can get a shot like this, where it'll like go from this and then you're like out. I tend to do that if there's like something awkward that was said or anything like that, just to add a little bit of like character to your videos, because I feel like, I don't know, that just adds a lot of like, I don't know how to explain it, character to your videos. Also for time lapses, or like if you want to, for example, when I do my makeup, I tend to make it into a time lapse, so I just speed it up. So you just click on it, press speed, and then you can zoom, you can speed it up or slow it down. And make sure your music, I always make my music louder over those parts. So what I do is I'll click the part of the music there, and then at the end, and then at the beginning and end, I'll add a bit of a like fade so that it doesn't just go from like really soft to really loud. Like, I don't know, that just sounds like kind of choppy. And if you want to make your voice sound different, like if you're putting emphasis on something or you say something weird and you want to make it like whatever you want to do for whatever reason, you'll scroll over to where it says voice effects here, click on that, and there's a bunch of different ones. I use the vinyl and the Lo-Fi one a lot. You can also use like tremble if you see something weird and you want to go like something like that. So
English.
Vinyl sounds like this.
Now my first period is Spanish.
So something like that. But yeah, that is how I edit my videos. You really just need to find your style. Everyone has their own editing style, their own font they use. If you come on here to the little text area, there's a bunch of different fonts you can choose from. You're gonna wanna click on this part, and there are so many fonts you can choose. If you want to make it look like your text is typing, you're gonna go over here to the animations, and over here it has type, and the text you'll just like, you know, add something in, and you can make it type as fast or as slow as you want. And if you want to make it sound like there is, you know, the typewriter, whatever sound, the clicky sound like this, then you're gonna come over here to effects again, and then I have this one saved as well. And then you're just gonna trim it to however, you know, long, short you need it. That is how I edit. So that is it for my little like how I edit, make my videos portion of this video. I really hope that was helpful, and if there's any other type of advice for starting your YouTube channel or editing, how I do things, please feel free to comment down below and I will make another video for it. If it's just like a little thing, I'll make a YouTube short about it, or if it's something I can comment about, I'll just respond to your comment, but please comment down below. I love helping you guys. But as for just some tips for starting out on YouTube, first tip, do not start out with like a get to know me video. This was a tip that I learned when I was like looking up like how to start a YouTube channel, and I feel like this helped tremendously, because at first I was like, oh, I'll make a video like who I am, what I'm about, but like really, who's gonna like, you need to have searchable titles. No one's gonna look up like getting to know Bella Rose. Like if you're just starting out, no one's gonna look that up. But you wanna start out with something that's either, you know, trending on YouTube to do, or like a morning routine, a night routine, something searchable that people will look up, or something that's in for that season. So maybe if it's December when you're starting your YouTube channel, do like Christmas gift ideas. Or I started during back to school season, so I did a like shopping plus haul of like back to school, and for my first video it did amazing. But when you go on and it's like the about part, you want to add a little description about what your channel is about. So for me, I just said like, I'm a cheerleader, a dancer, an FFA member. Those are just like things that I do. I put my business, inquiry, collabs, email, and kind of my little like schedule, which it's hard for me to stick to a schedule because I'm so busy with other things. But you want to put like a rough idea of when you think you'll be posting, and just little things about you, because it really helps your subscribers get to know you. Also like tell your family and friends about it. Like I told my cheer squad about my YouTube channel and I gained like 20 subscribers in one night. And you really have to like want to do it. Like you need to want to start a channel and like editing, like doing it. You can't just do it for like the hope of getting monetized one day and making money, because it'll really make a difference in like your motivation and wanting to do it. I've wanted to be a YouTuber since I was like little, like small, like child. I've always, like I feel like everyone does those little like fake morning routines. I did those all the time. There was this phase where I'd do it like every day for a month, and I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. So this is something I genuinely really enjoy doing. For me, it's like, it's hard to constantly be putting out long form videos. So a lot of the times between my videos, I'll also put out YouTube shorts, which really helps with your subscribers. And I've seen a huge like gain in subscribers since I started posting YouTube shorts. Which, tip for YouTube shorts, use trending sounds, because those play on the like For You page, or like when people are just scrolling through shorts, they will always play like trending sounds. So yeah, those are all of my tips and like how I edit. I really hope that helped you guys, because I feel like having videos like this, when I started out my YouTube channel, I remember being in Portugal and like looking up all of my research to start my channel, so that once I got back here to America, I could start like producing videos. And I feel like it really helped me to have those videos. So I really hope it helps you guys, because I had a comment saying that they want to start a YouTube channel and they needed some advice, and I figure there are more people out there that would need this too. So I really hope this helps you guys, and I really hope I was able to inspire someone or help someone to start their YouTube channel. Again, if you guys have any more questions on starting your YouTube channel, editing, anything like that, please comment down below and I'm more than happy to answer or even make another video about this if it is requested. But yeah, I will see you guys with a new video very, very soon. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video if you enjoyed and found it helpful. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye! Just hit my arm.